Now here we have the Lyson photochrome system, the photochrome inks for the Epson 4880. Now we've got a refillable set for this printer, as it's the most convenient way and the most reliable way to deliver these professional inks into this printer with total reliability. So let's turn our attention to the changeover process. So let's move across, and we'll concentrate on this little area. Now I've actually put in the brand OEM ink into one of these slots just to illustrate how we're going to change over. So if you can visualise, all of these slots are filled with the brand ink, and we're going to take out the brand ink and we're going to put in the Lyson refillable cartridges. So the first thing we need to do, there's a little blue lever on the side here, and the blue lever was down, and we lift the blue lever up and we can remove the brand cartridge. So we take that off to one side, so that's the yellow, and imagine that I'm doing this to all the others as well. So all the brand inks are out. Now we'll start to fill up our refillable cartridges with Lyson ink. So I'll move myself around, and we can come in a little bit tighter to this little image here. So this is what the refillable cartridges look like. Now you've got a filler cap here. You've got a chip on the side there, and you've got a nice little ink way through there where we have to make sure the ink goes through. And we've got an ink level indicator here. It says max and a little dotted line. Now we mustn't overfill this cartridge, so we make sure that we never exceed that line. A good idea is to actually initially fill the cartridge up with the cartridge on a flat surface. So let's turn it round so we can actually see what we're doing. And what you do is you take out your bung. All these are provided for you. You get your funnel, and you tip in your ink until your level approaches your maximum level. You don't want to exceed that maximum level, and these are fantastic because you can actually see the level from the base there. And what you then do is you can remove your funnel. This is now full of ink, remember, up to this level. We put the bung back in the cartridge. Make sure it's back. There we go. There we are. Easy. Now the first time you use this cartridge, so here's one I've done earlier. Aha, look at this. Fantastic. Now we've got to be careful here because there is a little breather hole on the back here. We don't want to tip this cartridge up or down, so the safest way to do this next operation is to keep this cartridge on the desk. Now when we've topped up for the first time, we need to make sure that the ink has travelled up this little passageway here. And to do this, we prime this. This is for the first time that we prime. In with your kit, we provide a syringe and a little angle piece. And what we do is we fit the angle piece into the outlet, and we just draw off a little bit of ink, and you'll be able to see the first little bit of ink going up this little passageway. And when we draw off a solid bit of ink there, that's ink that's not foamy, we know that we've got a perfect transport of ink going to the outlet. So now we've prepared our cartridge, we can now turn it round. See what I'm doing? I'm keeping it level on the table there, and we can now just lift that up and then put it in. Now we slide it in all the way in, and we can bring the little blue tab down, and you can actually see the level of the inks. Now with this system, the chips actually indicate a level on the status